I've seen a number of whistleblowing complaints. I know how the process works in the CIA. I thought this complaint was a little bit unusual. It was very well written. That's not a reason to be suspicious. It had a lot of legal references in it that made me a little more suspicious. But I added to that, I'm very suspicious because the subject matter of this complaint was being discussed by Intel Chairman Adam Schiff throughout the month of August. He sent a tweet in late August that almost identically resembled this complaint. It leaked 7 to 10 days beforehand. I was on the House Intelligence Committee staff also, and I know whistleblowers frequently come directly to this staff. They're not supposed to. I think that's what happened here, and Schiff's attorneys were probably involved in drafting this complaint.
Schiff's attorneys. I know Jay Sekulow has made the statement that he believes it looks more like a law firm than an actual individual writing the complaint.
I think
But would that be unorthodox for Schiff's attorney to help a whistleblower?
Now, when I say Schiff's attorney, I mean Democratic attorneys on the House Intelligence Committee.
Right.
I made that accusation.
Yeah.
A senior staff member of the House Intelligence Committee called me and said, "We think you're right. We think this is a group project." And a member of this committee has told me the same thing, and that he wants to get this whistleblower under oath to find out who is really behind this complaint.
Okay, so let's just talk about this. And I've spent the weekend reading. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm reading up on the legal environment surrounding whistleblowing. In court, hearsay is not admissible.
Well, you know, this is a complex issue. I think some of our conservative colleagues have gotten this wrong. It's true, you can't prosecute somebody on hearsay, but you can investigate. And I'm actually for allowing whistleblowing complaints based on hearsay or anonymous tips. I mean, why can't a whistleblower look into that? The issue here is
I don't have a problem with the whistleblower. I have a problem tagging Trump to some sort of impeachable offense because of what a whistleblower wrote in a document. Let's investigate.
I think that's fair. But there was a form for the whistleblower to fill out that seemed to indicate you had to have firsthand knowledge to file a complaint. In fact, the law does not require that.
Okay.
But the whistleblower checked on the form that he had firsthand and other knowledge. The complaint indicates he didn't have firsthand knowledge. So I think that's the issue here. Was he truthful when he filed this complaint?
Is there a concern that this person, I believe, was in the intel community, right? This man, now we know it's a man from the intel community.
The New York Times has revealed that.
Right. Was being fed this information? Is there any sort of law against what, in other words, if you want to be a whistleblower, blow the whistle, but turning over, which would definitely be sensitive information to someone else, that transfer of information, is that illegal?
The transcripts are very sensitive. He did not have access to the transcripts of this call. He says in the complaint, other people told him this.
Is that breaking the law right there?
I think they broke the law. They certainly violated regulations, and this should be investigated. Basically, who was it who had access to this sensitive material?
There's no sort of law guarding the identities of the people who turned over the information. The whistleblower's identity is guarded, and I understand that for good reason, but the people who leaked this information to the whistleblower, we should know who they are, right?
Yeah, I think we should know.
There's no sort of whistleblower protection to them, is there?
I think we should know who they are, and I think we should know who the whistleblower is. I think when the president says he has the right to face his accusers, he's right.